Hello, it's AVT Pro Advanced Visualization Technology Productions. Alonzo Von Threet here, and I want to talk about this fantastic program and this project I just finished working on, where I created two custom 3D characters for Storyboarder. It's a free app that is available for storyboarding. It's fantastic, love it. It's easy to use, quick to learn. There's also a great free tutorial from Udemy uh, with Vicky Lau, who is doing a lot of things. Uh, Big name in visual effects and storyboarding. She also has several tutorials, but she has a free tutorial on Udemy on how to use this. It's a lot of fun. She's very entertaining. So if you want to get into this, download the app and watch the free video, and you'll know most of everything about it. But what I found that there's a few ifs, ands, or buts. A few, I don't know if there's bugs or, well, one of them is definitely a bug, but I want to let you know about it. So here are the two characters I did, George and Ankh. And so I modeled them in ZBrush. It was a very fun project, a lot of fun working with George. And what was really great is that it's also nice when I can use these projects to elevate what I'm doing. So I did a different modeling method that was very quick in ZBrush. So I've kind of changed my style of working with volumes a little bit more than working with just sculpting. And so, but here's a problem that is general. Once you make the 3D characters, import them, and you insert them into the storyboard, you can't go back to them directly in the shot designer, so shot generator. So the nice thing about Storyboarder is that you don't have to actually know how to draw. It gives you a template 3D characters that you can use, but you can also import your own 3D characters. And there seems to be a little bit of a bug with it. So if you click on a generator, it doesn't go back to the characters. You have to reload it for them to work, and that's not good. And so here is a sample I just drew over it with this. It's so you can do all things. You also have different props. It's really great for setting up your stories. So I'm going to click here and make a different window, a different panel, a new panel. And if you click on a shot generator, you can see that it's empty. Now, it should be questionable if you want it to be empty or if you want the same characters in there. I would think that you would want the same characters. Now, I'm not a seasoned storyboard professional. I've known about it for a long time. I've tried to do it on several occasions. I've actually, I've never had a formal course, so I'm kind of self-taught about it. But to me, I'm into storyboarding and previs. But again, I digress. But here is your 3D character. If you click here on character, you can add a character. And then you have parameters for the character. You can even have different characters here. And you can set up posing for your characters. Really awesome. Really quick. One thing I have a problem with here is that I can't, unless I click the arrows down. And if you notice, I click the arrows, it also moves a window. So I can't just have a hard time getting any kind of scroll bar on the side here. So that's a little bit of a tricky thing there. So, but once you have the characters, again, you have posing, and then that says interesting mirror pose. I didn't see that before. So you have different types of character types, and then you have actually even a hand, so it's really great. Face and stuff like that, you could probably put props and mustache. I'm not going to get into that right now because of the demonstration. Just want to show uh, a particular thing here. And so you can move it around. You have some draw lines or texture on a character that you can use, and crosshair for the face you can start to draw in it. So if you take it and you save it to your board, you can see it insert over here. You can close this window, and there you have it. You have a character, and you can start to draw on top, which I'm not using my Wacom right now. So anyhow, but if I click on it again and I click on here, what you'll notice is that I have the character again. Now that's the original default character, which is great, but that same behavior is not the same here. So I just clicked on this and I added a new window. If I go here and I add a character, what I can do is load in a character. So here you have different character types, but you can select a file and load in your character. Here's my Ankh and George. I want to make sure I have the last one there. And so like I said, I made these custom in ZBrush. Here's an interesting thing. The first tricky thing about it is that it always comes in at 1.6. And so I just click on it and put 1. They're cartoon characters. I usually even put them a little bit less, like to 7. So just click and scroll it down. Now I can see the whole character. Now, here's the first thing. Like, if I load in the other thing, like the Shot Explorer here, you don't see a different character type. So if you click here with the default character, you will see different types of windows there. You can see this, and you'll get your medium shot, your close up. So again, very nice that you can just pop to these extreme. And then it's really good because these are standard. Medium shot is standard. And of course you can rotate your camera, do stuff like that. Move your camera. I don't know if you can scroll in, scroll out, whatever. And so all of that is fine. You can change your lens type. It's really nice. But if I insert it or save it to the board here, as you can see it saves, and then I close it and I go, and it's beautiful, right? I like the outline. It doesn't give you different render formats. And I think this is the wrong one. One of the things I had to change the texture map to make it lighter. So the color of it's lighter in other programs, but it gets darker here. You can up the ambience, and so that'll help. But here's the problem. I go back here, you don't see it. Where you clearly saw it when I had the other character, the default character. So if I take this default character and move it around, you can see, even if I click in the Shot Explorer, give you different shots. You only see that character. And here, this is a character that's actually in the window. So, you don't see it. So that's, to me, is a bug. That's one problem. And so again, it doesn't open the same character. So there's some kind of bug. And maybe you have to have a very specific format. Like my hands won't work with this, but even if I load this back in here, I don't think it actually comes back in. So if I go back here and reload my character or change my character, it won't work right, So it won't even load in. It loses visibility. So that's an issue. And so that's one issue. And I talked about it before, and bam. So let's do another one that I think is a slight bug here as well. Go back into the generator, add in your character, and just so you can see the other character, I'll show you the problem. So you got to click on this, and in order to move this gizmo, you have to click the gizmo that is against the background. And so if you And here, you can click in the window and it works. Click inside the character. It still works. Actually, I don't think it did work. I think one of them is grayed out. So this one, actually, no, it does work. Nope, I clicked inside. So if you click the gizmo inside the body, it clicks to the character, which is okay, but sometimes you can't get to the angle you want from the angle you want. So it's kind of a problem. So if I add my character here again and click in the window, we're going to use Ankh this time. Again, she comes in super giant woman, and I had to scale her down. So I go to the properties, and I can click in one, pop in one, and in my case, so now you see why I brought it down to 7. So anyhow, monitor, one second. Okay. So if I click in her now, click on there, again, I'm clicking, trying to click the bone, and it worked that time. But in general, I found it to be problematic. So here, if I click here, and if I click here, I can move this out to twist her body. This is very nice. But if I try to click here, it's working this time. I don't know. But George is having problems with it. I've had problems with it. And so it would be nice, like once I thought I had to double click this. But if you click it anywhere in the body, in general, you're going to miss it. And it's not going to work. Like here, like I tried to click this 100 times. Like this big bone for the top of the head here. Well, not you can't. Okay, that time I got it. But it's kind of a problem. Now I can't get it, and I'm moving a character. So that's the main. If I click here, it'll move it, no problem. So if I click here, outside against the background, it'll work every time. Here, no work key. Here, work key. Okay? So you have to be kind of mindful. And again, camera, I get some nice camera angles. I don't see nothing now. Actually, sorry. I miss it completely here. So it's easy to lose the character. And then this will be the only one that'll work. So it's great though. You can put this in here and use it as a template and then insert the camera, and then it should. And I think you have to switch the camera. Not working. So it's just a little tricky, you know. Sometimes I get that to work exactly the way I want it, and sometimes I don't. And actually, sometimes I think it completely disappears. I don't see anything right now. So it may be on a Mac. I posted in the forums. I've had some problems with it. Other people have had problems with it. And so, can I delete this? I don't know. I don't see here's a preference. But I didn't see anything that changes the default gizmo. But anyway, it's a great program. You can even click a button here and it'll go into Photoshop. So each one of these pins work on layers. Like I said, there's a very simple, fast tutorial available. This might be it right here. Maybe why we lost it. No, I don't see anything. So anyway, we had a character again. Add, add 2. Move it here. And so I'm going to load in both of my characters here. I had a different version of this as well. I think it's lighter, like that. And because the gamma is off when you bring it in. Like, it's a much brighter texture. Like, I literally, yeah, this is the wrong one. So I have another version where he's just the whole texture map, where I separated it in Photoshop to where he's lighter. But it's really nice because it also gives you custom poses for the characters. I haven't had the hands work, and so I do the rig very quickly in Mixamo, and so the Mixamo rig works very nicely with this. Except the hands, like you have a template here for the hands, and they don't work. So that's one thing. So if Mixamo does this and the poses work, then I think also the hand poses should work. I wouldn't think like the morph target face, that might be something different. I do know that if you pose the hand like here, if I go in and I say again, being very mindful of the gizmo, you can pose the fingers. I see it's a little iffy sometimes. Anyhow, I did have some problems with that as well. But anyway, you can pose the fingers, and then you can go to the hand and add the hand as left hand pose. I guess you could put the, man, I'm gonna call it George. I usually just put AVT, so I know it's me. Left hand, and then add. And so, I don't know. Oh, here's one I had saved from before. So, I don't know why I saved that one. I don't really see the one I had. If I click on any of these other ones, it's not here. So you can see left hand. No, there's a right hand. So the right hand and the left hand is also switchable, but it won't work. Now this actually saved. I did this from before. And so one of the things I did was I saved. It's switching the right hand to the left, but one of the first things you should do is actually save a default version of the hand, and then you can go back to it and repose it, and then save another one. I don't know what happened to the one I just did. I might have not. Types. Go back here. I don't want to get to go. I just want to make this a quick tutorial here. I'll just say that, whatever. Did it give me anything? I said okay. No. I don't see it. Now, I suspect I'm doing something wrong. Actually, you can go here, I think. And let me see if I put AVT. Nope. Pose. This might be the poses. Yeah. Point. I don't know why that worked. I didn't put that in there. So here go the other poses. So it works. It's great. It's usable. It's very usable. And it's really great when you have, angles that you can't, that are really, interesting. I mean, I draw. I can draw. And I know perspective. But these are not the easiest angles to get. And you know, even with the grid, you know, it helps, and you can load in custom characters. So it's really excellent in a way. It's just a few problems. Like I said, I'm clicking right here. It's highlighting. You can see it's a lighter violet purple here, and it's just not activated. If I go here, and I barely have room, I should have a way of making the gizmo slightly bigger, and then I'll be able to grab it. So it'll work here, but usually it only works on the angle. And I think that if you actually go to the character, the size of the gizmo change like that. So it's like you can grab it easier if you make it smaller, but I don't know if you really want that. You know, maybe, and then bring it back up. But that's a really nice thing is that it does reset, and so again, those are the main two things. This video way longer because I started to drift off into it. You have to insert it in a new board, and then again, you can see it pop over there. But if you insert a new board right there, it makes a new board, and you can't go back to it. So it's kind of really tricky. And even if it shows it here, you can do it with a default. And if everything generally works, I don't understand why that wouldn't work. So that's just a glitch. Uh, so I wanted to let you know. Anyway, it's a fun, great app. I don't have my Wacom, so I'm using my trackball, and so it's really cool. Whatever, he's sweating. I don't know. So it's really great, and then you can use this, and you can go back to storyboards, each one as you go up. I think you can even add a musical track, and one of the great things about the music track, it shows the sound waves, so you can line it up. It's really great, really awesome. So anyway, happy storyboarding. God bless you all.